Welcome to Scotty's Playtime. I'm Scotty. And this will be the third attempt at recording. The first one, I tripped over my own words. The second one, Ron knocked on the door. I said, come in, and we went back and forth. And when I said, why aren't you coming in? He said, the door is locked. I didn't even realize I'd done it. So, okay, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, and you realize that nothing I do is scripted, I will trip over my words, I will mispronounce stuff, and you're fine to comment about that. I'm not editing right now because the editing software is not on this computer. I've decided I'm going to wait to install it because I'm switching everything around in here. I might just go ahead and take a health day and do it today. Was going to do it tomorrow while watching the morning news, but like everybody else on the Democratic left side, I am in stunned panic, and like every minority group, I'm gay, I'm openly gay, I'm married, everybody knows me and my husband are married. And we're probably on a list somewhere to be rounded up or to have our marriage dissolved as soon as possible. Some of my thoughts real quick, because over the next few days I'm going to get my small whiteboard out and I'm going to be writing down what I'm hearing. But for the last few days I've been hearing pundits say that our message was not reaching those it needed to reach. It was not getting through to the low information voter. It wasn't getting through to the working person. It wasn't getting through to the marginalized groups, the Hispanic groups, all of that. And when interviewed, a lot of these groups said, oh no, I didn't know that. Or, well, I heard she stood for democracy and women's rights, but I care about immigration, and I care about costs, and I care about my drugs and my groceries, everything. And when told things are getting better, they're not great, but she has a plan to reduce all that, price capping, and they go, oh, well, we never heard it. Second thing. So that's the messaging thing. And I've said several times to different groups, the right wing has its own media arms of the RNC. They blast RNC talking points, Republican talking points. We don't have any of that. We don't. And we don't have coordination. Every left-wing podcast just says their own thing. We don't have a large-scale paid Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro with his groups. We don't have a Matt Walsh, We don't have, the best we have for high viewer content is people like Sam Cedar and his crew. But on the other hand, we have smaller creators like Vosh and but now his opinion doesn't agree with the Rational National, say, who had another good take on this. And none of these people are coordinating messages. A lot of them say the same thing. This is what they're hearing, this is what they feel. But it's not a coordinated blast into Facebook or X, Twitter. And that's where most of all the low information, or let's call them center voters, or undecideds, there is no true center. Every time the Republicans went right, the Nancy Pelosi corporate Democrats moved a little closer to the right so they'd be the center. We could still be left, but we're moving right. And trust me, that didn't work. And they do it election after election after election because the same strategists that were there for Obama and ran his successful playbook tried running it with Clinton. They just tried running it with Harris because it worked once, right? Let's keep doing it. Times have changed. People have changed. Their needs have changed. And they don't see us doing anything for them. Us, by meaning Democrats. Biden did a lot of work. He did a lot of great work. But when he started, he had things planned that would have seriously helped the public, and they would have seen it right away. He got pushback from Manchin and Sinema. Rather than doing what Bernie and Warren and the rest of the Democrats wanted, which was spend his capital, use his Congress, and hammer that through, he went, okay, I'll change it. And then every plan after was, let's get the Republicans in here to see what they want. Bipartisanship, gotta have bipartisanship, my goodness, my gracious. It's all gotta be worked together. No, legislation hasn't passed that way for a long time. You burn your capital, you get what you want, the people see it. This is why Republicans win. When they're in there, they bully, they push, they get what they're after, and their people see that. And they go, wow, glad we elected them. When Democrats get in there, we're nice, we play by the rules. We're good people, we're decent, okay, I understand your feelings, Mr. Republican. You don't agree with me, so how about we compromise? Democrats think compromise is meeting in the middle of the bridge. Republicans think compromise is they take and meet in the middle, and then they take a step back. And you move toward them, and they take a step back, and you move toward them, and they take another step back. And the point is, they get to back all the way to their side of the bridge, and they go, okay, we'll agree with that. Where did it get us? Nowhere. And the people see that. Has wages risen enough to keep working people in apartments? Have they risen enough to pay for drugs? We've had to tap into savings for 2 years in a row at the start of the year and at the middle of the year to pay for our medications. Yes, Biden had a great drug plan, but there were like 10 medicines on it. And the real stuff never kicked in till 2026. Boy, Trump is going to get a lot of credit for that. Do you see how it works? The Democrats became too corporate. We'll give a little to the working lower incomes, and we'll give some to the businesses, and they'll give us donations. So we won't upset them. We won't take the tax rate up too high. Just a little. Oh, a $6 trillion plan to build roads, bridges, and give internet to everybody? We'll cut the internet to everybody. That's no big thing. Nobody see. Oh, a plan for child tax credits that lifted 50% of the poor people poor children out of poverty. And we don't really need them. The Republicans don't like it. Really, they don't like it. That's because they're Republican and we're Democrats. We do like it. Let's do it. Okay. It was like that with the ACA. The public option, Obama dropped it immediately. Sorry about my headband. It looks like I got a halo up there, but I don't. I put it on when my hair was wet to keep it from dripping down my face. I guess I can kind of take it right off now. Ugh. Hair looks, I gotta comb this out. It's still kind of wet. Anyway, back to my point. My point was, those are some of the things I'm hearing about the election. Want some more? Okay. We listen to the Never Trumpers. Why? We listen to the people who left the Republican Party. Harris brought them in. They were consulted, and Harris's team, and she campaigned with Liz Cheney. She didn't campaign with Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, AOC, the people who actually inspire Democrats on the left. Again, she tried for that mythical center that's not there. Every time you put a Republican and a Republican light on the ticket, people go for the full Republican. So, you put a clear choice, and then they say, well, both parties are the same. Okay. Well, they got a point. But if you put a clear choice, a Republican, I'm going to slash and burn it all, you're getting nothing, and a progressive, or a real Democrat, a liberal, we're going to do this, we're going to try that, we're going to do these things. Oh, I have a choice, slash and burn, or something for me. I'm going to go with something for me. Alright, I have more thoughts, but this is long, and I'm tired. So over the next few days, I'm going to go back through videos, I'm going to make notes, and then I'm going to rant and rave and yell and scream. Because I'm getting back on the horse. I got thrown, but me and that horse aren't done yet. Anyway, as always, best wishes to everybody. I'm sorry, I'm a little discombobulated. Best wishes to everyone, and hugs to those that would like them. This is Scotty's Playtime, and I'm Scotty. And there's an off button here somewhere.